So you have to go to that merchant.
Okay.
And then now, somewhere over here is where you have to place the soul.
By the merchant?
Yeah. Because this objective is just to basically beat the level.
Oh.
But you have to place the soul somewhere over here.
This isn't a merchant. It's just a gargoyle.
In front of the merchant gargoyle.
This is just a normal gargoyle.
Oh, so then go to the merchant gargoyle.
So I need to find him. Oh,
what is like happening here?
I just let out like the most powerful fart.
You also switched out your sword for a hand.
It's because my fart was too powerful.
That makes sense.
Man, oh jeez, that was rough.
So the objective is to literally just beat the level for that.
Do I have to find another soul here?
Yeah. Who would win in a fight? I'm gonna name 4 people, okay?
Okay.
There's... Okay, is this guy like done? There's Dr. Doom.
Okay.
Dr. Octopus.
Okay.
Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
Or Dr. Strange.
Or Dr. Disrespect.
Or Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, very good point.
Dr. Disrespect.
You think...
He's the 2-time. He'd win for sure.
You think he would beat Dr. Sleep? Because
Yes!
I think Dr. Sleep would be a good second.
A good second, sure. Like, I'll give Dr. Sleep a good second. Dr. Strange.
You'll give Dr. Sleep your seconds?
What does Dr. Strange do? Like, oh, I get a lot of strange. Okay, weird. Name yourself after your habits.
A lot of strange.
It's odd. It's just weird. Like, he's just a terrible character. I mean, who else did we have? Dr. Doom?
Dr. Doom? Wow. Why do you keep running in the water?
Because I hate this level.
Do you want me to do this level?
No. And I'm tired, and I didn't want to do it.
Okay, do you want me to do it?
If I lose, yes.
Okay. So it's found on the left side of this level.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
On this map, what is like happening here?
Well, the problem is the level expects you to actually fight these guys. And
imagine that.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that again. But I guess I have to.
The level actually makes you play the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I didn't want to do it.
Imagine that. A health pool on your right more. Okay, never mind. I must have missaw it.
So you were acting like I was stupid for not seeing it.
I was acting like you were stupid. Not really a reason.
You know, I wish you would just stop, like, acting like that when I cannot see something. I'm so tired of it. Like, maybe I just cannot see something that we're looking at, and you need to stop. Like, you need to stop and think, well, you know, not everyone can see what I can see. You know?
Right.
Maybe not everyone's as open-minded or something. I don't know.
Well, you're a very open-minded person.
No, you are.
I'm a very open-minded person.
I'm not.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Okay, the thing just pushed me. Get out of here.
These like tentacle guys.
What is with these people?
We're dealing with like the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
I fell. I feel like I should get health from that Dan's crypt before doing this level.
I feel like you need to pay attention.
Like, I can't do that with that little health.
That sounds like quitters talk.
It is. I'm a quitter.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anytime I reach a small obstacle in my life, I quit.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm done. We're
Sounds
done
like
here.
Robert E. Lee.
We're done here. I thought he was like a great leader.
No, he quit.
What, should he have dragged the war out?
Yeah, he should have. When U.S. Grant was
Here
chasing
we go again
him
about,
down.
like, you suck, Grant.
Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead.
When U.S. Grant was chasing him out of Richmond, he should have just kept going.
That's a good point. I don't know why he was in Richfield, but...
Richmond.
Yeah, whatever.
That's literally the capital of the Confederacy.
Yeah, okay. I don't respect the capital of losers.
I do.
Okay, I got the Lost Soul again. We have health.
Yeah, so now...
Please.
Yeah, I would probably just leave, because I don't think you need to care about any of these people.
No, but where's the exit?
Right there. Through the gate. You're going the right way.
Okay.
And then through there.
Got it.
There you go. And then I think the exit's somewhere over here.
Can this drive me?
I
wanted it to take me away.
Oh, wait a minute. No, the exit on this level is through the guy.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to get those things.
You have to?
Because, yeah, there's not a real exit on this level. That is the exit.
Are you sure?
I am pretty sure, because that's how we left this level before.
Why can't I make this jump now?
I don't know. Because you're jumping at, like, the biggest spot. Try jumping on, like, the side there.
Alright, let's just grab these then. Okay, there we go.
And then grab that.
Well, what's... Okay. What's over here?
What you know about rolling down in the deep.
Oh, right, they send that thing after you.
And then I think there's some battle that goes on.
I accidentally picked up that vial, but okay.
That's okay. Once you get that... Oh, nice, you just did that one.
Muscle laid to rest, epic.
And then now you have to beat all these people.
Which is not actually going to be that bad. I just need to take care of these guys who actually damage you first. I don't feel like they know much about rolling down in the deep.
I don't think so either.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Man, you can call that a mental freeze.
Okay, I have an actual question for you.
Okay.
Now, this is going to either be, we'll be on the same page. I don't know why I'm saying this. This is how everything works. We're either going to be on the same page or not. I don't know why I had to say that.
So,
either
get
we'll
this.
agree or not.
We're going to agree with this, or we're not going to. How's that sound?
Do you think that most music kind of sucks now? Like, I'm actually asking you this here. Like, not just pop music, just music in general, like, that we hear on the radio or on Spotify or whatever. No, this could be
Just move on, get the...
me saying old, old thing good, new thing bad. I don't know. But I'm just asking because I've noticed that that's like really a big, attitude. Like music sucks now. I think a lot of it does. I've noticed a lot of good music just kind of goes unnoticed. Like, not to be a hipster, but there's a lot of good, like, indie music or, stuff like that are from small bands.
Yeah, like Greta Van Fleet.
It's not an indie band. It's not indie at all.
Oh, there's one up there. Yeah, I don't know. I think my main problem with new music is that a lot of old music felt really unique. Like, you have, like, a lot of, well, let's take classic rock, for example, right? Like AC/DC. Mm-hmm. A lot of their songs are just unique, and they have really great, like, tunes. Why did I say that? They have, like, a really great beat and, like, drums and, like, guitars and everything. Like, it's just great music. Take a right.
Okay.
Now take a left. Just go cross the bridge.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this together.
Alright, okay.
And now go back to the River Styx guy.
Okay, alright.
The ferryman.
It's ferryman.
The ferryman.
Ferryman.
Oh, get that life file.
No.
The ferry gentleman.
Did you just assume the gender of the ferry person?
I did, yeah. And I'll do it again.
Oh, so it's back here.
Yeah, you have to go back.
Have you ever heard that, like... I don't think I had heard it until...
And go that way and take a left.
It. I think in one of the It chapters, they call someone a fairy, don't they?
In It Chapter 2, yeah.
As like an insult for being gay?
Yeah.
I had never heard that ever.
What?
I had never heard that up to that point. I didn't know that meant anything.
How?
I don't know. I just never encountered it.
Wait, really? You've never heard the insult of fairy?
No, not until then. I had never heard it once. That's why I was really... when they said that, I was like, what? And I had to go look it up.
That kind of shocks me, actually.
Well, do you know why I haven't heard it?
Why?
Because I'm such an inclusive person.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, like, that's old music where it's just, like, it's unique. And I'm not saying new music's...
Well, Thunderstruck.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, like, a classic song.
You wouldn't hear something like that anymore. Or what about, Sweet Child of Mine?
Yeah.
Or Cherry Bomb?
Yeah. A lot of new music is just
Queen?
safe. Queen, yeah.
You would never get Queen nowadays. And if you did, it wouldn't be popular. People would be like, what is this?
Right.
They'd be like, this is trash, because it's like Bohemian Rhapsody is all over the place. It's so weird, but it's such a good song where it's like, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, like all of a sudden, Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
Okay. Scaramucci?
Anthony Fauci. No, it's really all over the place. Like, you'd never get that, you know?
Yeah.
It's got, like, elements of opera, classic rock, pop,
Yeah.
and more.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
that.
the most recent song I can think of that combines
And
a
you're
lot
making fun of me.
of different genres of music that is risky like that is Jesus of Suburbia.
That's true, yeah.
Where
That's
it's just
really good song.
Yeah, it's just like different genres, and it's like a whole. It's kind of a mess, but it's a great song.
Well, yeah, it's a mess on purpose.
Exactly, and it works.
Yeah, and it's like a mess because of the purpose of the song, but I think that with that song, too, with Jesus of Suburbia, the interesting thing about it is you said the most recent song to do it. I believe that song is now about 20 years old.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's kind of... Well, another problem I have with newer music is a lot of it is not risky.
Yeah.
It's very safe music. Like, let's look at Olivia Rodrigo, who's like the popular singer now.
By the way, I like her.
I do too. You know, she has good music. But the song like Good For You is obviously her most famous song. It's a good song. It's good. But like there's nothing like unique about it. You know what I mean?
Right, you're saying they all sound the same.
Exactly. Like you could hear that song and you could hear like a, you know, nothing against her, but you could hear like a Taylor Swift song or like a... I don't know.
I do think Taylor is more unique when it comes to pop.
Yes, but I'm
personally.
saying like you could hear those and be like, these sound this like the same person. These sound the same type of music. Whereas like if you go back and listen to, I don't know, like well, just use the same example, AC/DC. They have a very unique sound that you could hear their music and go, oh, that's AC/DC. Or you can listen to the Bee Gees, and they have their own unique sound.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, I don't know.
I just think the Bee Gees is a funny name. That's
It is
the only
very
reason
funny.
I started laughing.
I was like
Sorry.
wondering why you're laughing.
No, I just...
You can go to the Bee Gees. Like, okay.
Loser. No, okay, not to stick my neck out for Taylor Swift and change this year, but I will say in her defense, the stuff that you hear on the radio is, yes, very similar to other songs because radio songs are designed that way, right? And I'll give Olivia Rodrigo, or is it Rodrigo or Rodriguez? Rodriguez.
I think it's Rodrigo.
Also, where do I go now? So, I was going to say that my thing with Taylor, though, is that a lot of the music you hear on the radio is radio music, obviously, but a lot of her stuff in albums is much more unique. But that stuff doesn't really make the radio. I kind of think this could be part of the perception that new music sucks, too, is that, like, they push the same general sound for radio sound.
Yeah.
You know, like, even look at, I know you're not a huge fan of them. I know Chris and I like them more, but Seether. You've heard, like, Seether songs on the radio compared to Seether songs on an album.
Right.
They're very different.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, on the radio, it's like... It's not bad, but it's a little generic and pushing the same sound as everything else. Whereas in the album, it's more unique, but those songs don't gain as much traction. Mm-hmm. It's almost like people want the same, you know, universal sound that they're used to instead of something new, like any of those songs we mentioned before.
Right.
It's almost like people, or maybe it's just production companies, I don't know, like want that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then a lot of people complain like, well, it just sounds the same. It's like, okay, well, why is this song popular? Like, it's not even that the song's like, you can say like, oh, well, the song's just played on the radio, so it's whoever runs the radio station, you know, picks the song.
I guess you could.
But like the song also is popular on like all the charts.
Right, like Spotify.
Right, so it's like the song is popular. You can't just make the argument that like it's just the radio or whatever, but it just seems like a lot of like that music. Oh, there's the Green Soul. And then also at that flame right there that you're on your left is where you have to put the other soul.
This time, it's not just about being fast. That's a real line in Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Oh, you beat my record of 31.
It's not just about being fast. Yeah. It's like the worst line I've ever heard.
This time it isn't just about being fast. Yeah, it's epic, dude. It's epic.
So now you just have to beat the level because you've done all the soul stuff.
So I'm gonna level with you.
Okay.
I don't remember how to beat it. So
You want me to do it?
No.
Well, you have to beat, like, this guy here. I don't have an insult, so I just said this guy.
Well, luckily no elevators were around, so there wasn't an easy insult to go to. Let's just clear these people out, because we have an actual problem here with...
We have a pandemic.
I don't use that word lightly. That's
I do.
the P word. Do you have the P word pass?
I do have the P word pass. Anthony Fauci is my dad.
Oh, well, then you
So,
do.
wait a minute. That's the exit. That's the exit.
That's it. There's stuff like, No Body, No Crime. On
My body, my choice?
My Body, My Choice, yeah.
Okay.
No, which is like, this song is basically a story through the whole thing, and it's on Evermore, which is one of her albums from 2020, but maybe this song has been played on the radio. I'm not sure. But whenever I hear her from, like, Evermore track list, and this is what I wanted to talk about. The issue that I have with current music is that everything is about singles. Everything. And to be honest, I never heard much from this album at all, other than maybe Willow and maybe Evermore on the radio. Maybe there's been something else. But my issue with modern music is that they pick out one single, right, from an album, maybe two,
Okay.
and they're like, this will represent this artist's work from this entire album of like 10 to 20 songs, which is stupid.
Right.
Because I get that that's... I mean, from a marketing standpoint, it's not stupid, because you can sell that very easily, and they're millionaires and I don't have money, so obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. But
Right.
in terms of taste, right, and presenting what an artist does, that's dumb. Because what you end up getting is, like, Taylor Swift, what are the songs you think of? You think of, like, Blank Space, you know...
I hate that song.
22...
Yeah, I also think of, like, Love Story.
Love Story, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Those are all singles. Those
Yeah.
are all considered singles from those albums.
Is she single?
Sadly, no. And
Give her a week.
and she's been with the same guy for 5 years now.
I'll give her 1 week.
You give her one more week, it'll be 5 years in 1 week.
Yep.
I think he made that joke like 6 months ago, and she's still with the same guy.
It's a new guy.
You're right. He just has the same name.
Yeah.
He's a clone.
She just likes people with that name.
That exact name.
Yeah.
Wow, that is...
There's a very select group of people in the world that she can date.
I don't think that's true.
Well, that's all that she allows herself to date. Is just people with that name.
Because I was going to say she could date me.
Well, she could date you, but she doesn't want to.
But she should.
Because
Taylor, listen,
you are
I've
that
defended
great
you.
of a person.
Taylor, I've defended you throughout this Let's Play. Listen to this heathen who hasn't heard songs like No Body, No Crime. And
My
he's
body,
sitting
my
here.
choice.
No, it's not, actually. It's your body's my body. And I'm about to make a choice with it.
My body is your choice?
Yeah, I'm about to make a choice with your body. I'm about to give your body my choice. Oh, wait, I have to fart again.
Thanks. Okay, what is with, like, these fish?
Oh, no. Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
What?
Well, you got pulled down and it went all black, and I was very afraid. Either the game was like pulling an Activision and they had a political message here, or it glitched, and I was very scared.
Because of the political message. You didn't care about the glitch.
Dude, you know what's funny to me? When EA like put in UFC, they were like, they put Black Lives Matter in UFC, and I was like, oh, well, what are you doing to help? It's like, we put our message.
Well, that's all these people ever do.
It's like, hey.
It's just... Okay, come on.
So you were giving me a hard
Okay,
time.
but this is
it's not easy.
This is ridiculous.
I know, and so was what I did. That's all I'm saying.
Come on.
Jill, cut ahead.
It did not
That's
even,
what happened to me.
It did not even give me a chance to stand up completely.
I know. That's what happened to me. Did you see when we had the biggest loser honey boo boo contestant here, standing here as soon as like his tiny little friend knocked me off? I was gonna say something very politically incorrect that I prevented myself from saying.
Probably a good
So
choice.
Jill, make sure you cut. Jill, make sure you cut this. I was gonna say we had Biggest Loser contestant standing there with his friend. That's what I was gonna say. And then I realized, like, oh,
That's a little offensive.
yeah, I can't say that.
Cassian as a character was a stupid character. Like he
Yep.
did not matter.
No,
He was there just so that
he was stupid Han Solo.
yeah. He was there just so like Jin could have someone to run around with.
Yes.
Whoa, what is this?
So she could get a Jin job.
A Jin job?
Yeah.
Do I have to attack this guy?
Wait, what is this? Rat? Jill, cut back in. Rat King Darok?
What do I do?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think that we should fight that. Let me look it up. Rat King.
It's probably Rat King Derek, not Darok. Oh, whoa! I got him, I guess.
Oh.
Alright.
So I guess that was a real thing you had to do.
Rat King Derek.
Huh. I mean, wasn't he like a one-hit kill?
Yeah, once I actually hit him.
Right.
Interesting.
Which for you is an issue. So,
You were just talking about how excited you were about the Cassian Andor series.
no, I wasn't. I was going to finish up our discussion of music.
Okay.
I was going to tell you that I didn't know this, but I was looking back to when singles started, and singles have technically always been around because of two things. One, there were, I don't know if you call them phonographs, whatever. There were records, essentially proto records, designed that could only hold 2 to 4 minutes of music,
Okay.
and those were how someone would submit
Submit.
their single to different record labels.
Yeah.
And the idea is essentially that the record label wants something to sell your music off of, right? So the record label obviously wants to sell the album, but they use the radio as promo to advertise, in a way, your album
Right.
by selling 1/20th of it for free, in a way. And so the issue that with that, though, that comes with that is, yes, it works. Yes, it sells albums. Obviously, they know what they're doing with that. But you have to admit, if you boil anything down to like this, like, hey, I want to watch Star Wars. Show me one scene that will make me want to watch it. Or, hey, that YouTube creator looks interesting. Show me one video that will make me want to watch all of the other videos.
Yeah.
You can't do that. I mean, you can, but you're never going to get the entire thing from that, right? Like, you're never going to get the entirety of who that person is, what they make, what they do. So, like Taylor Swift, you're never going to get all of who Taylor Swift is from Blank Space and Love Story. But
Right.
those might be used to sell something, or AC/DC. There's way more to AC/DC than Thunderstruck
Yeah.
or Back in Black. But even those are like really well-known music from them, because even back then they did push that single idea of, selling music. But I feel like it's worse now. I guess that's what I was trying to get at before and now, is I feel like it's worse, where everybody almost comes off like a one-hit wonder, where it's like, a lot of people don't buy the album anymore. A lot of people don't go out and listen to the whole thing. It's just like, hey, did you hear... Like, I'm going to use Lil No Sex, for example.
Little no sex.
It's like, hey, did you hear Montero?
Right.
And no one's talking about any other song that he did, right?
Yeah.
That seems different to me. Back in the day, and it wasn't my day, but back in the day, there would be people who would essentially go around to like record stores and collect records, and they would talk to each other like, oh, did you hear this song by Blue Oyster Cult, or did you hear this AC/DC song, or whatever? And it would not always just be the singles. It would be like some obscure song in the album, because these people were buying the vinyls and listening to the whole thing. People don't do that anymore. Not as much. So when it's like, hey, they released a whole album, I mean, who do people care about when they release a whole album? Like, being honest, I'm just talking fandoms. K-pop. I think K-pop fans care, including me, but they're really dedicated to listening to everything. I think, for your example, Taylor Swift has a huge group of like diehard fans, like more diehard than me, like people like Jill, who like know everything and love it and listen to everything. And there's a few other groups and bands, and Eminem. I think Eminem still has the benefit of the doubt, even though he's had like 2 really bad to okay albums in recent years.
Yeah.
Like, he still gets the benefit of the doubt where people listen through the whole thing. And I guess Kanye. But, like, other than some of those, you know, artists, a lot of people ignore full releases now, where it used to be used to sell the full release. Now it's like, it's just the single is all that matters. And I think that that's made music way too samey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
everyone just wants to get the song that sells.
They want that song that sells, and then they move on to a new artist.
Yeah. Because
there's too many people. I'm going to sound like a globalist here. There's too many people in general, right? There's too many consumers where...
You're saying we need to decrease the population?
Well, ironically, I'm just saying tinfoil hat. Someone with more of a tinfoil hat on would say it's ironic how we just did decrease a portion of the population with a very strong thing that seems oddly timed, but I digress. You know, that's for another platform and another creator with a bigger tinfoil hat to discuss than me. But, you know, I do think that it's odd how there's so many people, right, that consume all the time. That things, when they become successful, will always be. Look at Kanye. That dude blew, like, the good graces he had from back in the day, from, like, graduation, a decade ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, since then, what has he done? He's made some good music. Like, I actually like some of his albums, like Life of Pablo and stuff. Like, I'm not shitting on his music. But what I'm saying is that he, as a person, has consistently gone around and blown the goodwill of his fan base.
Yeah.
But because his fan base is so big, he's still massive, you know? And I don't, like, it's like Trump. Like, I feel like Kanye could shoot a guy on Main Street, and he'd still have, like, a huge following. And they'd be like, Kanye didn't do nothing wrong. You know?
Right.
Like, there's so many fans to these big things. Call of Duty's another one for something that's not music, where it's like it could be the shittiest thing ever and the fan base still buys it, and those mentalities have made some of these big creators very samey and lazy in every space, you know?
Yeah.
YouTube, music, movies. Why take a risk when you have a built-in fan base that's going to give you $1 billion anyway? That was the Star Wars thing. I mean, look at Star Wars. I guarantee you that if the franchise was a third of the size it was, they would have gone into the sequels with a big plan, right? J.J. Abrams just admitted we didn't have a plan and we should have. Like, he just straight up said it. I'm not hating on them. He said it.
Right.
And so you're looking at these huge brands, whether it's music or movies or whatever, and these massive creations are so big that they almost can't fail. And I feel like that has made everything need to copy each other to be the same way, because you're always trying to be Star Wars, or you're always trying to be Taylor Swift, or you're always trying to be Eminem. You're never trying to be you. You know, why would you? Because, like, when you have to be you, you might fail. If you're Taylor Swift too, like, if you're Taylor Swift but not quite as good, then the Taylor Swift fans will probably like you. You know, if you're Eminem but not quite as good, people who like Eminem music will probably like you. And I think these album companies exploit that mindset to sell the same thing over and over again in a way, which sucks because, like, there are creators, like, again, I'm maybe going on about this point too long, like Taylor Swift, who have written, like, really in-depth things on their music that they've made, where, like, she writes all her own music. She's one of the few people who still does, you know? But because a lot of people try to sound like her, it makes her music seem less unique because of that, you know? So you have these people who actually are still being themselves in these industries, But then if they get popular, everyone tries to be them, and then they seem less unique too.
Right.
You know, like imagine AC/DC if every other band wanted to be AC/DC. All of a sudden AC/DC doesn't seem that great. Because everyone copied them, and they just kind of seem like more of the same.
Right.
I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm done. My rant is done.
No, it makes sense. So you're saying the problem is not the popular band like Taylor Swift. The problem is everyone else trying to be Taylor Swift.
To me, yes. I think so.
So
I think that everyone's trying to chase that top spot.
Right.
And so by doing that, they try to be the same, and then they just make the same thing.
Yeah.
Which, like, if I want that, I can listen to Taylor Swift. Or if I want... K-pop's another good example. Like, since K-pop got so popular, there have been other East Asian pop subgenres that have tried to be K-pop.
Yeah.
I could just listen to K-pop if I like it. And you're also alienating everyone who doesn't like it, so you can't find a niche audience even. Because you have to be the biggest thing.